Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing well and in a good health. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another lecture. Welcome back to another lesson plan. And hope that you might be understand from the previous video. So we will continue another video. We will continue another lecture. So this video or this lesson plan we will discuss, and this lesson will help students to develop skills to identify the themes in analyze story structure, to the theme and analyze story structure, and also student will practice to summarizing a literary text, identifying character motive, and organizing the idea logically and logically in writing. So by the end of the lesson, by the end of this lecture, student will be able to identify the theme of a short story. By the end of this lesson, or by the end of this lesson plan, student will be able to identify the theme of a short story. The first point, that student will be able to identify the theme of the short story, and the second point, that student will be able to recognize exposition, rising action, climax, and resolution. The third point, that student will be able to summarize the text accurately. Summarize the text accurately. Student will be able to summarize the text accurately, summarize the given text, or summarize the short story, or summarize the poem, or any work there. Then student will be able to summarize those texts. The third point that we have is that write a well-structured paragraph explaining the short story theme. And the business material, or the material that we will be used in this lesson plan or in this lecture, is the printed copy of the gift of the Magi. The gift of the Magi is a short story that is a short story. The student will be able to, after that short story, after the discussion of this short story, student will be able to identify the theme of the story, identify to summarize the entire text, and the material which in this short story or in this lecture are including the printed copies of the included short story, also the blanks, paper, and pens. The second which are required in the material is outline, dictionary, and theater. The other one is the graphic organizer for theme and structure. And the last one that in material that we use is the highlighter. And also the second one that we have is the warm-up and discussion. In the warm-up and discussion, student in the warm-up we have a question, like many questions. So the question that we have is that what is the most valuable gift that you have ever given or received? It's mean that which gift that you have received or which gift that you have given to someone. So what is the most valuable gift that you have received by someone or you have given to someone? And today we will read a story where love and sacrifice come together in a surprising way. In this short story, student will be able to identifying the theme of this short story, and we will discuss the love and sacrifice come together in a surprise way. After this warm up, the second point that we have is the objective discussion. In objective discussion, in this lesson, we will read a story and figure out its theme and structure. You will learn to break down a story into its key parts and summarize it clearly. After this short story, after this strategies, students will be able to, you will learn break down a story with its key part and summarize the entire text. So after that we have instruct and model. In instruct and model we have some instruction that student will be follow. The first one, or the first instruction that student will be follow is read the story silently. When you are reading when you are reading a text, or when you are reading any other work, or when you are reading a story, so you need to read it silently. The second point that we have is highlight character action that reveal motive. It's mean that in a story there are many characters which work in the story, so you need to highlight those character. You need to highlight the first character or the second character. You need to highlight the hero of the story or the villain of the story, or you need to highlight any character which are being discussing in the story. The third point or the third instruction that we have is identify the key structure parts. For example, you need to identify the parts of the story. For example, the initial part or the middle part or the ending part. So you need to identify the key structural parts of the story. The third point that we have is use the graphic organizer to write note on each section. So this was the instruction that we will be follow, and after that the model presentation show a sample theme paragraph on the board, explain how the topic sentence introduces the theme and how supporting sentence describes specific action from the story. Highlight use of the instruction word like because is a result of their part. We have many words, we have many words that are discussed in this word, and this including word. We have a word like as a result, like because, like their part. So after that, we have the guided practice in pen. Student will be able to structure the narrative for the story, discuss answer with the partner, while one supporting sentence on the theme. So this was all about today's class, and I think you might understand.